here, and today, wait, hold on a second. Hey guys, Planet Everything here, and today we're gonna be listing the top 5 camera gadgets that personally I think are really cool. So there are a bunch of them. Cameras are something that make up a lot of what I do. Number 1 is hands down a really cool and good product that I know a lot of people who care about audio want, and that is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. And the only reason that you should get this is because it turns on and off with your camera, which is something that is kind of a huge deal. And it comes with a separate aux cord, which is also a big deal because you can like move it to other places of a room. If you have audio cord extenders, you can, and it also has interchangeable batteries that recharge. It's a great microphone, and a lot of people would love to have that microphone because it can help you a lot, because it won't not record, and it will always record when it's when the camera's on. So that's a pretty big one, but something a lot of people have heard about. So let's move on to the second one. The second one is, of course, the DJI Ronin. So this is something that most people don't know that I really think is awesome, but it's a DJI Ronin 1, and it is, man, it is something that I would really like, but it is expensive. It is $999. I think the VideoMic Pro Plus comes in like 300 something. The DJI Ronin 1 is, of course, a DSLR hand stabilizer. So you hold it like this, and it kind of stabilizes your camera, so you can bring it and do crazy stuff with it. And I struggle with stabilization on these cameras a lot because I'm not very good at holding the camera steady. So I really want this. I probably will get it at some point. I'm not sure when. It is almost $1,000, so probably gonna hold back on that for a little bit. But I would love to use it this season on skiing, and just being able to make really cool videos with my friends, like following each other with the thing. I would have to get some kind of insurance with it because I will break it. It is not a question of whether or not I will break it, and when I do, I will need a refresh program. So I hope they have one of those. They probably do. That's a big one, and it's something really helpful. You're gonna be able to use DSLR cameras, but for RED cameras and bigger cinematic cameras, you're gonna want to get a Ronin 2, which is a lot of money. So, you know, if you're getting a Ronin 2, you probably have like a big business and you're not like watching this video. So let's move on. So the next one is something that is a long shot for most people, and it is if you have a Canon like 80D, 70D, even 60D, one of the next steps up is an EOS 1DX Mark II. So this is a crazy camera and pretty much unnecessary in a lot of fields, but it is $6,000. It shoots at 4K 60 frames per second. It can shoot low light like a beast, and it is something that you probably will never see a single bit of noise in. So this is like a dream camera for not just me, but like a ton of people. I know when I got my Canon T5i, the 80D was my dream camera. Well, 70D until the 80D came out, and then once I got the 80D, I was looking for things better than that. And honestly, I really wanted to get the Panasonic GH5 because it's not actually that bad of a price, but like, it's got some of the coolest features. It's got 4K 60. It's just got great videoing specs. But if you want something that can just shoot 4K, then go for the 5D Mark III. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Mark III, maybe 4. That camera will shoot 4K 30, and it is probably $4,000. I mean, this isn't supposed to be an informational video. It's just supposed to help you guys out a little bit. But that is a great one, and something that I mean, that's something that's like a long way away. But it is a goal for many, many YouTubers and video makers. So next up is a NTG2. So NTG2s are boom microphones. Boom microphones are better, in my opinion, than what I'm using right now, because I'm in a place that I literally only use this space to make videos. This is what this space is designated for. Like, my room is over there, and it's like much smaller than this area. This is where I spent all my time making my videos, and the only reason I have this is because I make videos. So I should probably within a month I would like to get this, because it is a huge help. Audio is a huge issue because I have echoes. I used to have carpet in here, but no longer have that. I tried out sound panels, but they are probably the most frustrating thing to own, and they will fall off the wall, especially if you use the directions that they tell you to put them up on the wall, which I personally get very mad at. And yeah, so sound panels are just not an option for me, because like, this is a lot of room to cover. There's like large walls, and I can't just do that all over the ceiling, and the floors are wooden, so they don't exactly absorb sound. The walls are flat, they don't have much texture at all on them, and so this is a very echoey room. So even though it's small, even though it's smaller, it still has surfaces to echo on, and I've heard a lot of comments saying, fix it. And I'm like, well, until about like a week ago, I didn't know how to fix it. But boom mics are something that record pretty much one direction. This microphone that I'm using records almost 360-degree sound. Almost. But a boom mic will focus all of its attention to right in front of it. So the NTG2 will do that. It will focus directly at you, and it will, as I think, make the sound just sound so focused. And what I really like to do with these videos is try to put music in the background. But you notice that I don't do that very much with these videos, because often the audio is just too bad, to the point where, like, if I put a song in, I don't want it to be distracting from the video itself, but rather I wanted it to be like a filler. And with like a boom mic, you almost need noise in the background, because it will drive you insane just listening to my voice through a boom mic. Like, maybe it already drives you insane listening to my voice is normal, but boom mics like focus their entire attention onto you, and that is something I really want to start working with. But if, again, there is a higher up level of boom mic, which is the NTG3, which is $600. The NTG2 is about $300 once you get all the stuff that you need with it, because you're gonna need a couple of things. Like, there's an XLR mount you're gonna need. There's a mini cable you're gonna need to just start yourself out with it. And then after that, there's a Rollo cam. I will show you the trailer or commercial for that right now. awesome. I think it's something people take for granted. Look. This was a $30 camera slider. It is trash. The only reason I use it is sometimes if I'm really feeling like I have some extra patience, then I'll use it. But it is a pain because you have to literally spin your camera onto this 3.5. You can't take this out. This stays. And if you want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these things, you can. Like, you can spend like $3,000 on a camera slider. I'm not gonna do that, of course, because $3,000. But this Rollo Cam, it does that, except it does it really cool. Like, it is able to slide, and you can control it with your phone. That is something I've been looking on for Amazon for years, and I have never been able to find it. But now that they have it, it's now that Rollo Cam exists, it's great. It used to be a Kickstarter, but now it's actually out, and you can actually buy it. But they cost like $249, which isn't a great price, but it's probably one of the best sliders you can get. Now, I say that in a hobbyist sense. If you are a professional, then you know what you're talking about a lot more than me. But, you know, that's pretty much all of it. There's also a studio mic, which you might need, but like you can use a boom mic for the like studio mic. I used to want a studio mic for voiceovers, but then I realized there's not really much room for voiceovers on my videos. I mean, I guess in some of my like, I don't know, some of my other like sports videos, yeah. Another one, like it's kind of like an side statement, is Yamaha studio speakers are pretty good. So if you wanted to get those to just help you like listen to your audio to make sure that sounds really crisp, that's a good idea, because they have, I'm not sure what they're called, because they have a specific numbers and letters name, and I'm not very good at remembering those unless there's something I really care about. But Yamaha speakers are great. Those are the only studio speakers I would buy. Then there's also something coming out pretty soon. I think it's an iMac Pro is what Apple's calling it. It's $4,900, maybe less. 5K display, 128 gigabytes of RAM, which is absolutely crazy. Like, that's crazy. And you could make one of those computers for much less, but like, it's Apple. People are gonna buy it, so they're gonna make it. So, but the thing with that computer is you can't configure it. It comes in one size fits all, so you don't get to change out displays. You don't get to change out, you might be able to change out storage, but as far as memory goes, you're stuck with 128 gigabytes of RAM. And honestly, who would want more than that? Like, that could, like, if you have the proper hard drive and SSD behind it, that's gonna run like a red camera like you've never seen. Like, you can edit that, like do a time lapse with a red camera, and just, you wouldn't have any lag at all with 128 gigabytes of RAM. Pretty crazy. I remember watching that introduction of the keynote, and I don't know, that was like a mind-blowing instance, because that was probably the coolest keynote I've ever seen. They introduced their Siri Home, or I don't know what they're gonna call it, but like, it's some kind of an Apple Google Home that no one, I'm not gonna buy that. I mean, it's like $400. Why would you buy that? You can buy a Google Home for like, what, 100 and something, maybe 200. You can buy a Google Home Mini for, I think right now it's $29. Google Home Minis are great. Okay, Google, turn all of the downstairs lights red.
Okay, changing 4 lights to red.
See, that's red, that's red. See? But anyway, that was my camera gadgets guide for the holidays. That's gonna be the name of this video, camera gadgets guide for the holidays. That's the name. So that is the video. I hope you liked it. It was. I have spent a while trying to accumulate some of these things to put on this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also please share with your friends because, you know, sharing is caring.